Hello, everyone. Today, or yesterday actually, I rejected a big project that came along my way. It was a audiobook project of around $4,200 budget, and I had to say no after considering everything. And I think it is a nice case study to use it and talk about the importance of saying no in projects and how it can help you focus more onto your goals and helps you be better in life. I will talk about other past projects where I have said no and how it helped me. And there are some interesting tidbits and how saying no has helped me in my projects and how saying yes has also caused me several problems. I've also been on the receiving end of the side where I have received no for the projects or the proposals that I have sent to other people. So how one should do rejection is also an important aspect of, and when you should not say no. That's the last important tidbit of when you should not, just be a hero and say no for the sake of saying no. All right, let's just dive into this project first. So this was an audiobook project and they have, I think, 14 audiobooks. And they wanted to stretch it for 14 months. That means one audiobook every single month. And thankfully, I was given a preview copy of a book to review and see what the material was like. And fun fact, for those of you who do not know, my primary job is not, my core is not audiobook recording. My primary core is software development, and I am a part of a company, and we run events marketing or events ticketing and management platform. We also have a marketplace. I've been working on that for past 2 years or so. And voiceover is just a sidekick that I do on Fiverr for people who need voice talent from Indo-Asian origin. And I've helped to several projects in the past. And this is by far a really big project that came along my way. And it was not easy to say no to $4,000, right? It would be a steady $300 every single month or so, I thought. But when I looked into the project, it required a lot of work. And I'm not against a lot of hard work. It's just I want to have a balance between the amount of work that goes into a project versus the output that comes from a project. And there's also another lesson that I have recently learned from Alex Hormoz's YouTube videos, which is that you should say no to money on the table. Because right now, my main project is Sesame, the events and ticketing marketplace. That is where a lot of money can be made. I mean, we are not crazy big or anything. We are just steadily growing. Our development has finally come to a phase where we are like, okay, we don't need more features. We need more business. We need more sales. We need more marketing, things like that. So I've been focused on that side of things. And it can surely benefit with my focus and attention. So this project that was on the side that could, help me with an extra boost of money every once in a while, I had to say no. And let me tell you one incident that I think looking back is a bit funny. A person reached out to me saying he wanted to do a project. He has a couple $100 and he was in rush and he wanted to, do it really fast or do it in a few days. I reviewed the project. It was much complex and I asked for $400 at the time. This was a few years back. And the person said, no, they don't have the budget. And so they will find someone else. I did it in a way that it was polite and I did not burn the bridge. So what happened was after 2 or 3 weeks, the person came back and placed the order. So not building bridge is a key thing. So that is also the same thing that I did with this person was I politely refused, stating all the reasons why I cannot be a part of this project at this moment. And if I were to be a part of this project, what I would need from their side, which the main thing is the investment or their budget allocation. And this also has happened to me with job offers. So there was time where I was earning a few grand per month and people were reaching out to me with $1,000 per month offers or less than that. And I did a mistake of rubbing it on their face. Not every single time, but in hindsight, I think I was not polite. And recently this came to my attention because I was on the other side of the table. I was reaching out to people to come join Sesame and work with us. And I was able to see how this had the eye-opening situation where I got to see that many candidates do not consider the nuances of a job and simply they are fixated to a price point and they do not look beyond other things, which is fine. I'm not trying to pick on anyone. Even I have done the mistake. So one suggestion for me and everyone in the industry would be like doing humane rejections, if that's even possible, saying politely no, because it just doesn't work out for them. And how, if we were to work out a situation, what were the variables that needs to be updated. And hopefully this gives a decent feedback on the person reaching out with the job offers and what the market is like. And saying no is an important thing, because especially in this kind of case for me, where I am trying to push this business off the ground with my partners, it's important to put all your effort, focus, and energy into one project and not divide it across multiple different projects, because that can easily, because I've done that mistake. Basically, in the last 2 years time frame, I have had that shiny object syndrome, and I've been sidetracked on other projects where I did earn a decent amount of money. But I was asking myself to this other day that if I hadn't focused on all those other projects and had I put all my time and energy into this single project, how early could we have reached or finished the product development for the phase one? And I think the answer is much, much, much sooner. So not focusing on one goal and instead being juggling few other things. Even right now, this YouTube thing, it should not be my priority, but I am making an exception for YouTube, because YouTube is like a puzzle that I have not been able to solve. So my brain says, okay, you haven't been able to solve this puzzle, so solve it. So I'm making an exception only to YouTube, and I already have a small side project that helps me pay my bills. So I think I am in a position where I can say no to other shiny projects and just focus on what needs the most amount of focus and energy. So I think, again, whatever I say, please take everything with a huge grain of salt, because your context might vary, and depending upon what phase of life you are in, what you are trying to do in your career, and what are your goals, you may need to adjust all these recommendations carefully. And if you are in a phase where you need paycheck month to month, or if you're just starting out in a career, if you cannot afford to say no, then please don't say no. Please don't be a hero and say no to a project that could help you, financially. All right. Hopefully this video was helpful to you, and I'll summarize it briefly once again. Saying no is an important skill that you should have in your arsenal. You should also develop a skill or develop an intuition of when you should say no, and always have the numbers, facts, and figures with you. Collect it before you say yes or no to any project. I have taken several projects in the past just for money, and they bit me in the ass later. So please do not do that kind of mistakes where you just take the project early on for the money and later it bites you. And it applies to every aspect of your life, because if your primary focus, whatever the thing that you want to achieve in life, if that thing receives all your focus and energy, it will take some time, but I think it will pan out really well. When we started Sesame 2 years ago, we had 0 users. Today, we have over 6,000 registered users on our platform, and we have sold roughly, ticket-wise, I think roughly 20,000, and orders-wise, roughly 8,000 orders at this point in time, which is not a lot, but just thinking about coming from 0 to this point, it was a long run. Looking at all these numbers rise from 0, it is just, it's really nice, to say the least, I guess. And it took time, effort, and energy of a lot of people and support of a lot of people to make this happen. And I think the same goes for your goals and your dreams as well. If you are committed to something, it will take some time, but you just need to have the persistence and focus on it, and also learn the trade of how it works. What are the variables in that system that you can work or improve to get better results. All right, I'm at the end of my rant over here. I hope this was helpful to you, and thank you for watching till here. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.